all pancakes, combine the dry ingredients, whole wheat flour, brown sugar, baking powder, and cinnamon, first with the electric mixer. Once combined, stir the wet ingredients, egg, milk, vegetable oil, mashed bananas, and walnuts, then mix. The batter will be a little lumpy, so be sure not to overmix the batter because you don't want chewy pancakes.
Moving on to the griddle. To prevent the pancakes from sticking, place a little butter on the heated griddle and spread it around. Pour about 1/4 cup of pancake batter onto the surface. You'll know when the first side is done when little bubbles appear on the top. Carefully flip over the pancake to the other side with a spatula. Now your pancake is ready. The main ingredient here is whole wheat flour. Multiple glucose monomers are connected to form the complex carbohydrate whole wheat flour. It is bonded together by dehydration synthesis. Dehydration synthesis is the process of bonding monomers by taking a water molecule, H2O. Think of dehydration synthesis like a sponge. By squeezing a sponge, you dehydrate the sponge by releasing water. This makes it more compact and secured. The OH in one glucose molecule bond with the OH atom in another glucose molecule. The two hydrogen atoms and one of the oxygen atoms create H2O. The two glucoses are now bonded by the other oxygen atom. The process continues in the following glucose molecules to make the complex carbohydrate. There are two types of carbohydrates: complex carbohydrates and simple carbohydrates. Complex carbs include different types of whole grains, vegetables, and beans, such as wheat, carrots, and soybeans. The type that we are using in our pancakes is complex carbohydrates. Before big workouts or sports games, you may hear your coach tell you to load up on complex carbs the day before. This is because they are the most important energy source for your body, thus having more energy than simple carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates include monosaccharides, one glucose molecule, and disaccharides, two bonded glucoses. Fructose and lactose are two simple carbs that can be found in white flour, plain yogurt with full fat, and table sugar. These foods give you energy, but is used up extremely fast. You burn simple carbohydrates right away instead of storing them in your body like complex carbs.
How much of the whole wheat flour is lipids, monosaccharides, carbohydrates, and protein? Out of 1 cup, the total fat is 3 grams, 0.5 grams of which is saturated fat. 1.4 grams is polyunsaturated, and 0.3 grams is monounsaturated. The total carbohydrate is 86 grams. 0.5 grams of that is sugar, and 13 grams of that is dietary fiber. There are 16 grams of protein. To test for each macromolecule, a series of experiments must be performed. If 5 milliliters of the pancake batter is combined with 3 milliliters of Benedict solution in a test tube, then heated with boiling water, it would turn the batter orange for the monosaccharides present. Complex carbohydrates would be examined by placing 5 milliliters of batter in a test tube with 5 drops of glucose solution, iodine. The batter will turn black because of the whole wheat flour. If there weren't any, then the batter would turn dark red. Because protein is the batter, when 5 milliliters of batter and 10 drops of Buret's reagent is added, the color will change to violet or black. Finally, for the lipid test, put 5 milliliters of water and 5 milliliters of batter in a test tube. Then add 5 drops of CdM 3. The substances should all be separate.
To make pancakes healthier, you could substitute some of the unhealthier ingredients to make better alternatives. For example, 1 cup of sugar translates into 2/3 to 3/4 cup of maple syrup, depending on the consistency. Maple syrup has antioxidants that supports the body's immune system and heart health, along with several beneficial vitamins and minerals.